What is up, Baggies fans, football fans, and sports fans, to the latest game week predictions. This week is game week 3. We've got some cracking fixtures. Before we get into my predictions, leave a comment down below. Let me know who you're supporting this weekend, what your predictions are for your team, and also subscribe. We are well on our way to 600 subscribers and then on our way to 1K, which is absolutely fantastic. I appreciate each and every one of you. And let's set the like target for 40 likes on this video. You know what to do. Smash that like button. And let's get into predictions. And starting off with Friday night football, we've got Derby County versus Bristol City. Derby last weekend scored 3 goals at home, but still managed to lose 5-3 to Coventry. Derby fans, what's going on there? I know some of you, from when we had the Carabao Cup game, you said a lot of your first team were injured. What is going on there? You can't be scoring 3 goals at home and still not coming away with anything, let alone a point. You know, Coventry are a good side, but you should be coming away with a lot more there if you're scoring 3. Bristol City, on the other hand, drew 0-0 with Charlton. Charlton are looking like a very good outfit, and we'll talk more about that later. Bristol City obviously opened the first weekend smashing Sheffield United. So there is a team there in Bristol City, and I do think they will be too much for Derby County this weekend. I'm going to go with a Derby to lose. I'm going to go Bristol City 3, Derby 0. I just can't see Derby scoring with the injuries they've got at the moment and what's going on. I think Bristol City will be too strong for them. Derby and Bristol City have shared a remarkably even rivalry as well. 11 wins each in their last 28 games. And Pride Park has never seen a draw in this fixture since 2018. So it's been a long old time before any draw. And again, I think Bristol City is going to be too strong for them. And that is where I'm going to put my money this weekend, on Bristol City to win. Next up on the Saturday, we've got the early kickoffs, starting with Charlton Athletic versus Leicester City. Charlton drew 0-0 with Bristol City and also picked up a 1-0 win against Watford the week before. I did write him off at the start of the season. I didn't think they would do very well under Nathan Jones. They are looking like a very, very difficult outfit to beat. Obviously, beating Watford 1-0 and picking up that 0-0 versus Bristol City as well. It's a very good result for them. Leicester, on the other hand, lost 2-1 to Preston and scraped past Sheffield Wednesday after Barry Bannon got sent off. What's going on at Leicester at the moment, fans? What's going on? Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you worried? Is Jamie Vardy missing up front? Is that what you're missing, that sort of nasty striker? Is it the 12-point deduction looming over your head? Is it the manager? What is going on, Leicester fans? Let me know. I feel you're going to struggle in this game as well. And I'm going to go Charlton to nick it 1-0. Leicester haven't beaten Charlton in the league since 2008. And the Valley has always historically been a tricky ground for them to go to. So I do fancy Charlton again to nick it in 1-0 and, get 6 points on the board out of their opening 3 games, which would be, or 7 points actually, sorry, out of their first 3 games, which would be absolutely fantastic for them. Next up, we've got Hull City versus Blackburn Rovers. Hull beat Oxford United 3-2, whereas Blackburn lost 2-1 to Birmingham, thanks to some late drama in that game. Blackburn have only ever won once in their last 6 visits to Hull, and Hull have also failed to score at home against Rovers since 2014. So it's shouting out like it's going to be a draw. But I think under Valerian Ismail, I think Blackburn they're all over the place at the moment. And I think Hull are going to win this game 2-1. Blackburn fans, what are you thinking of Ismail? I don't think he's the right manager for you. We Albion fans know what he's like. He's very much stuck in his ways, and if the game's not going to plan, he won't change anything. This is how I'm going to play, and this is how we will get results. And sometimes it doesn't work like that. You need a manager that's adaptable. And I do think Hull City are going to get the better of you this weekend, which is a shame because, Blackburn I'd like to see back in the Premier League, but under Ismail, it's not going to happen. Next up, you got Swansea City versus Watford. Swansea won 1-0 against Sheffield United and are starting to look like a very good team compared to last year. Watford, on the other hand, beat QPR 2-1. Again, Watford, have they finally got rid of the manager merry-go-round? Are they finally going to be a stable team? Who knows? The last 6 meetings between these two sides have all produced over 2.5 goals. And Swansea's last clean sheet against Watford came in 2011. There's going to be goals in the game, and I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw in this one. I think both teams will cancel each other out. Both fans, what you thinking of this weekend? You're excited for the game? I'm going to go for a Desmond 2-2 draw, and that is my prediction for that game. Then we've got the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Birmingham City versus Oxford United. The return of Gary Rowett to St Andrews. Birmingham won the last game 2-1 against Blackburn, thanks to some late drama. I think they were losing in the 90th minute and then still turned it around, which is absolutely fantastic. That late comeback is what you need in some games, and they've nailed it really well. Obviously, Jay Stansfield and Kyogo up front, I just think it's going to be too strong for Oxford. Oxford lost 3-2 to Hull last weekend. This is the first league meeting between the clubs in over 20 years. Their last league clash came in League One back in 1995. And I think Birmingham City are going to just be too strong for them on this occasion. And I think it's going to be Birmingham City 3, Oxford United 0. Going to be a tough one, but I do think um, Birmingham will get that 3 points. They'll struggle a little bit, but I think once they get their first goal, I think Oxford's heads will drop and then they'll just walk over them. Next up, Coventry City versus QPR. Coventry won 5-3 against Derby, as QPR lost 2-1 to Watford. Coventry are looking very much like a team that will try and outscore teams this year. I think on the opening day of the season, they had about 15 shots. I can't remember if it was on target or in total. And obviously, last week they beat Derby 5-3, which means they seem like they're just going to be trying to outscore opposition and not worry about defending. Very much Albion fans like a Tony Mowbray team back in the day, not last season's Tony Mowbray, the early Tony Mowbray, where we just went and outscored teams. And QPR, they do look a very good outfit. Obviously, they signed the Wickham striker, Kane, and I do think they'll be in and around, the top half of the table, maybe pushing for that playoff spot. So this one, I'm gonna go with a Coventry win. I think QPR will be very, very good on the day, but I fancy Coventry to win 2-1. Coventry are unbeaten in their last 7 home matches against QPR, and their last defeat to the R's at the CBS Arena came in 2006. So yeah, I'm going to stick with my Coventry to win this one 2-1. I think it's going to be a very good game there. Next up, Norwich City versus Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough are yet to concede a goal so far this season. Who would have thought that when Rob Edwards took over? They won but the opening game, lost in the cup 4-0 to Doncaster, but then wow, they were very, very good as well in the league last week, beating Millwall 3-0. I think it's 4-1 in the cup. My apologies. So I don't know what Middlesbrough team's going to turn up. I really don't. Norwich beat Portsmouth 2-1. Its fixture's got a bit of stakes about it as well. Norwich beat Borough in the 2015 Championship playoff final at Wembley to seal Premiership promotion. I just fancy Norwich to win this. Under Liam Manning, they've looked hit and miss. The first 2 games, I'm not quite sure if he's managed to get over his playing style to him yet. And I know a couple of Norwich fans were, moaning about the way they were playing. So is he going to be the right man for the job in the long run? Who knows? Is Rob Edwards going to be the right manager? Obviously, you've yet to concede a goal yet in the league, but I do think that I'm going to go with Norwich to win this game. I'm going to go 1-0 Norwich. I think Middlesbrough will concede their first goal, and I just fancy Norwich to grab it 1-0 under Liam Manning. I think he's going to start getting his way of playing over to the players, and I think they will be a very tough team. Middlesbrough, I think, will be very good under Rob Edwards. I think they'll have a little bit of a rough patch. Rob Edwards' teams tend to do a little bit, but I do think that they'll be a very good team this year to watch as well. Next up, we got Preston North End versus Ipswich Town. Preston beat Leicester 2-1, whereas Ipswich drew 1-1 with Southampton. Now, Ipswich have had a very tough welcome back to the Championship. They played Blues in the first game of the season at St Andrews, which was always going to be a feisty encounter. And then they played Southampton, a team that's recently come down from the Premier League with them as well. It's going to be a tough game, but I do fancy Ipswich to win this one. I think Preston are, while could be a very good team this year after, beating Leicester. I just think Ipswich will have too much up front for them, and I can't see Preston scoring against Ipswich. I think they've got a very, very good defence and possibly one of the best keepers in the league, as we found out a couple of years ago when he played for the Albion in Alex Palmer and he won the Golden Glove. Ipswich haven't beaten Preston, however, at the Deepdale in the league since 2000. Preston are unbeaten in their last 9 home meetings with the Tractor Boys. So could that be in the back of their minds? Possibly, but I do fancy Leicester and Ipswich to win this one 1-0. Next up, we've got Sheffield United versus Millwall. Sheffield United had a very, very, very poor start to the season, losing at home, obviously, to Bristol City, and then losing away to Swansea. Millwall, on the other hand, had a fantastic opening game, but then lost 3-0 at home to Middlesbrough. I don't know what was going on in that game. Fans, let me know what are you thinking. Are you worried, Sheffield United fans, with the opening games? Is there enough there for you to see that the team are coming together? Bramall Lane has been a fortress in this fixture, with Millwall only having won once there since 2001. However, I think this is going to change. I do fancy Millwall to win. And I'm going to go Millwall 2, Sheffield United 0. I can't see them scoring against Millwall, and I think Millwall will be very, very tough to beat. And I think they're going to go there and get the 3 points and get the job done. So, yeah, that's my prediction for that game. Next up, we've got Southampton versus Stoke. Stoke City, wow, top of the Championship, Mark Robins have got you playing some fantastic football, you're scoring goals for fun. Who'd have thought that Stoke, after last year under Robins, would be anything like this? But they've looked a very, very good side, signed some very good players in Sorba Thomas. Southampton have obviously come down, haven't really kind of hit the ground yet. They beat Wrexham in the opening day after some late goals, and obviously drew 1-1 with Southampton. I do like their manager, and I do fancy Southampton to pick up the result here. I think this is going to be Mark Robins' first taste of defeat. I think Southampton will just be too strong of a unit for them. Don't think it'll be by much. I'm going to go Southampton nick it 1-0. It's going to be a tough game. The last 5 league meetings between these sides have all finished with both teams scoring. But Stoke's last win at St Mary's come in 2013, and I think that is going to continue on. And I don't think they're going to get anything with Southampton winning 1-0. Fans, both teams, let me know how you're thinking you're going so far. Obviously, Stoke fans, you must be really happy with the turnaround from last season. West Bromwich Albion, Portsmouth. Not going to obviously deep dive too much into this one because that's going to be my Friday video, but I'm going to fancy us to win 3-1 in this game. The clubs, when they last met in the Premier League, was 2010. That's how long it has been since we've both been in the Prem. West Brom were unbeaten in the last 5 league matches against Pompey, so it could be a fantastic game for us. I am going to go with a 3-1 win. More of a breakdown to come, obviously, on Friday in that one. And finally, we've got Wrexham versus Sheffield Wednesday. Wrexham haven't picked up that point yet, and Sheffield Wednesday are also looking like they're going to be a struggling team. This could be a really tough game for Sheffield Wednesday. And obviously Barry Bannon's back, but they did lose 3-0 to Stoke last week, and obviously Wrexham lost 3-2 to us at home. I do think Wrexham will be too strong for Sheffield Wednesday on this occasion, and I do think Wrexham will be picking up their first 3 points of the season. Really do worry for Sheffield Wednesday, and fans, what do you think? Are you going to sell the club in time for any transfers to be done this year, or is it pretty much write the season off now and prepare for League One? It's a tough one, but I'm going to go Wrexham to win. I think Wrexham will score goals in this game. I'm going to go 3-0 Wrexham. Sheffield Wednesday, I really do feel for you. You've lost some really good players, and I think you're just going to struggle through the season. This is the first league clash since 2004. Wrexham have historically struggled against Wednesday, winning only 1 of their last 10 meetings, but I don't think that'll be the case this year. And I am going to say Wrexham to win. Obviously, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know. I really enjoy reading them. It's all good, and it's enjoyable to interact with you guys. And I'll catch you all for Friday's video. Bye-bye, guys.